This is going to be a series of individual videos on testing of many do-it-yourself alcohol stoves that I built out of small clear lid containers. Cost anywhere from $1 to $2 each. I built a couple stainless steels around $7 each. This introduction part of the video will be included at the beginning of each stove video burn test. So skip ahead a little bit if you have already watched this portion of the video and want to get right to the burn testing. Each stove and video will be numbered and tested. Go to video number 1 if you want a basic description of the many stoves. I'll try to put all the specs in the description box of the video. What I'm going to test is the warm-up time, boil time, burnout time, water temperature, and surrounding air temperature. I'll also include the alcohol capacity of each stove, the size of the stove, and the various materials used, such as tin, aluminum, stainless steel. There'll be a jet type, a wick type using carbon felt right here, and that'll be to compare the different designs and materials. Each test will be done with the same aluminum pot. It has a 5-inch diameter bottom. I bought it at Walmart for a couple bucks. Well, I'll be using tap water. It's around 60 degrees, plus or minus 5 degrees. 2 cups of water, and there'll be a couple tests that I'll use 4 and 6 cups of water. Surrounding air temperature is in my garage. It's winter time in Iowa, but my garage is around 40 degrees, so it's a little cool. My water temperature thermometer is about 5 degrees low, so keep that in mind. And all the specs that I'm doing here is not exact. It'll be approximately. I have some extra materials to build other stoves, so if you have any suggestions or want me to try something different, please let me know and I'll do it. Let's get started with the testing. Okay, we have stove number 6, same materials as stove number 5, except this is a jet type stove instead of a wick stove. We have about 3 32" holes, 1/2 inch apart across the lid. This one's a little big. It's about 2.5 inch diameter, so the capacity is more than 1 through 4, and it's about 1 inch high. Let's get this test going. In case you didn't see the previous, it's Favor tins from Hobby Lobby, $4 for 8. Clear lid, it's made out of tin. With this stove, it's a aluminum can that fits down the center. I'll start the test and then explain a little. But this is a Red Bull can. You can see I cut the top out. Let's get the test going. Okay, let's light it up. This is a jet type stove, so we're gonna have to let her warm up. It's lit. Start the time. Again, the inside of this is the same. It's a tin can, so you're going to have to cut your aluminum Red Bull can to the height of this and set it in so this, when you put the lid on, it seals the top of that can. It's easier to use the top of a can. Aluminum works best in these tin. I tried the tomato paste can and it didn't work very well, so let's see. We'll see what warm-up time is for the jets to bloom. We're up to about 1 minute, and it looks like the jets are starting to bloom. You want this to get good and hot. The surrounding air temperature is below 40 degrees, about 38 degrees. The jets are starting to bloom pretty good now. We got 2 cups of water, 3/4 ounces of denatured alcohol, and it looking like we could put the pot on now. After 1 minute, 20 seconds. Get that going. Hopefully those jets don't go out with that. On this, you can adjust the size of the jets by turning the lid also on this stove. Might have to lift it up to allow that to heat up really well before. Once it gets warm, the jets will run fine, but until it gets warm, they don't run so well with this particular stove. So we're about 1 minute 20 for the jets to bloom. We'll see what happens to get to boiling. We'll shut it off, come back. The jets are going, but they're going awfully low. Come back at 5 minutes, see what's happening. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. We're up to 124 degrees. It's burning slow still. I'll turn the light off, maybe we'll get a better idea. Turn one of the lights off. See what that looks like. And you can see the jets now. There's what it looks like after 5 minutes, 30 seconds. We'll come back when the water starts to hiss. Okay, we're at 8 minutes and it's only up to 156 degrees. As you can see, this particular stove is burning a lot cooler, so it's going to take longer. Maybe this stove would be better for a simmering type stove, alcohol stove. We'll see if it brings it to a boil. I think it will. It's 162 degrees. Since it's taking longer, it'll last longer before it burns out. So we'll come back when we get temperature up a little more. We're at 8 minutes and 40 seconds right now. Okay, we're at 10 minutes 15 seconds. As you can see, it still looks about the same. Temperature's up to 183. We need to get to 205 for boil. We'll shut her off right now and come back when she gets up to about 195. 11 minutes, 10 seconds, we're up to 192. We need to get to 205. It's the water starting to sizzle. $196, 11 minutes, 31 seconds. I'm hoping we can get to a boil on this, I don't know. This is do-it-yourself stove number 6. The bottom of this pot's about 5 inches. It's from Walmart, aluminum. Got to 199. Almost 12 minutes we're going. So this might be a better simmer stove, as I said earlier. I found that aluminum works better in these tin storage containers. I tried the tomato paste can. like that was in stove number 4. I used a tomato cast. We're at 205 and it's just barely boiling. It's just barely boiling. Get rid of this. 12 minutes, 30 seconds, we'll say. 12 minutes, 30 seconds. We'll see how long this goes before it burns out. It's about a minute and a half, minute 20 to a minute and a half for the jets to get going. Boil was at 12 minutes, 30 seconds. We're at 13 minutes right now. It's kind of a slower boil with this stove. I'll let her run and see when she burns out. The bottom of the pot to the jets is about 3/4 of an inch, so kind of the rule of thumb is about 1 inch. From what I've seen from other alcohol stoves, 1 inch seems to be the sweet spot. A lot of these do-it-yourself stoves that I built is around 3/4 of an inch from the bottom of the pot to the jets. This particular stove will capacity of alcohol is around 1.5 to 2 ounces. I will put everything in the description below, all the specs, if you want to know more detail. "14 minutes, 40 seconds. Still going. Still boiling. Let me turn the lights off so you can get a look at the flame, how it looks at 15 minutes. There's the flame, still looks pretty good. Going on 15 minutes, 30 seconds. Turn the lights back on. I think when I turn the lights back on, you can't see the time, but we're almost to 16 minutes. It's still going. Can kind of tell when it goes out because that steam quits pretty quick. It's the steam at the top coming out of the lid. 16 minutes. Looks like she's dying out. We'll call it, still going barely. Barely. Call it 16 minutes and 20 seconds. 16 minutes, 20 seconds. Stove, do-it-yourself stove number 6. Thanks for watching, everyone.